So I'm in Mary Kate and Sam's room right now because I didn't want to disturb my roommate. I don't know if she's sleeping or not, and I wanted to make the video before I went to bed. So today's been crazy. First day of camp. Airplane ride was fun. Went from Indy to Chicago, then Chicago to Denver. Turns out Mary Kate and I were on the same plane. Didn't even know it until we got to the airport. Because we're not the smartest people ever when it comes to that stuff. But we got to Colorado, great. It was awesome. We found our baggage stuff, and then we went to eat. Got Panda. Then we met with Sam.
Wait,
then we got.
I ate the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah, and Mary Kay ate this like hot, spicy. I don't know. She like couldn't talk whenever she like bit into it, and it was awful. Like her stomach was on fire, and her mouth was on fire, and she had it for like 4 or 5 hours. Like it lasted the majority of her day, which is really sad. But she must have coped with it because she was good. So then we got on our shuttle, and we waited for our shuttle because it took a while before we came at 11, and then we got on that, and it turns out like 3 people from Michigan State were on our shuttle. It was 2 guys cross country and then a girl. It was Chris, Reed, and Madison. And Madison played basketball, and they were so cool. Like we got pictures with them, and we talked to them, and they're as pumped as we were to get to Colorado, or to the camp, because we flew into Denver, and the camp is at Fort Collins, Colorado State University. So yeah, so we talked to them like the entire ride, just like got to know them, kind of like became buddies with them. Then we got dropped off on campus, but like. There was like 3 different places we needed to be at, and like 3 different addresses that people were telling us. So the guy just dropped us off. He's like, all right, this seems like the right place. We're like, yeah, this is fine. We'll find our way. No, we walked for like 1.5 miles to get to the dorm we needed to be at. And it's like hot, and it was just crazy. But it was really fun, and it was an adventure. And we felt like it was our first challenge. I was like, oh, this is your first challenge. Find the dorm to register. So that was fun. And we did it with them. Like, it was, like, the 3 Michigan State people and then us 3. So that was cool. And then we got to registration, and we did all, like, got your name tags, got your keys, got our T-shirts, turned in all our, like, paid for stuff. And so that was fun. And then after that, we met everybody on our floor. Like, we came to our rooms, like, unpacked a little bit, and then met everybody that that was already here, and then we took a nap because we were exhausted, oh my gosh, we were so tired. So we took a nap and then went to dinner at like 5, and it's super nice. Oh my gosh, it's super nice. It reminded us a lot of Woodworth. Like their salads were really good. I didn't have salad, but they looked really nice and neat. Like it was just really good. So it was a lot like Woodworth, except like a lot fancier than that.
And it was a buffet.
And we had a buffet. So we ate, like, awesome. And that's where we're going to be eating the whole week. So, thank God. What did we do after that?
And there's cereal.
You didn't eat cereal, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I don't even remember. You and your cereal. But then after that, we met this girl named Jean. She's from... Oh, yeah, you did. I forgot. We met this girl named Jean. She's from A&M, Texas school. And she does track. She does javelin. And she was really cool. She went to dinner with us, and then we explored campus and just, like, went around. You can walk into the camera shot. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so, yeah, she, like, explored campus with us, and she was, like, really awesome. Like, it was really fun to hang out with her and get to know her. And then after our little hour break, explore campus, and get to know each other, like us 4, we went and we came back to our room, got our binder thing we had, got our Bibles, and then headed down to, like, the main area where we're going to be meeting. And it was awesome. Like, they were playing a bunch of loud music, and, like, we were like, what's going on? Like, we didn't know what was happening, what we were doing. Like, we had no idea. And we started going in and they're, like, screaming. They're playing. Like, everyone's, like, jumping up and down, giving us high fives. Like, the energy's up. People are dancing. Like, all the leaders, like, are just awesome, full of energy. And, like, it just set the pace for, like, the rest of the night. And it was so cool. And then, so we get in, grab some seats. I think we might have sang a song first. I don't even remember what we did first. Like, there are so many things that we did. Okay, well, first off, they, like, tell us what we're gonna, like, they, like, talk to us, blah, 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 blah. We learn we learn who the staff is, and we learn who the internships people are. And then she's like, all right, we got to get down to the rules. And we're like, what? Okay, like, whatever. Camp, fine, rules. So then she's like, but here at UTC, we slow jam to the rules. And it was the most hilarious thing ever. Like, the girl who was singing it was funny, and then her backup singer was 20 times funnier than her. Like, she was black and funny. Like, that's enough. Like, that's all I had to say because she was hilarious. So then that just like made everything so much more chill and fun. So after that, we went through the schedule of, like, the next week, what we're gonna do. And then they told us we're gonna be meeting in small groups and stuff, and then we went and talked. I think right after that we did worship. Yeah, we did worship, and it was amazing. Like, words cannot describe how amazing it was. And it did the song "Our God," which is I love that song, and it was just awesome. Like, the band was just really cool. It's like Shaz, I think is the name of the band. Shaz. I don't know. I never heard of them, but they're really good. And then after that, we did preaching type of thing, like preaching sermon type of thing. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. Basically, he talked for like almost an hour, and it didn't even feel like it was an hour because it was so good. He started out like pretty much comparing the fact that you were an athlete, you were chosen, like God chose you. That was really good throw, by the way. That was really good. Wow, that is awesome. So then he was basically like, you have an awesome talent. God gave you this talent. Like, sport, he created sport because it's beautiful. And then the coolest thing ever, he showed a picture of Michael Jordan, like, shooting a basket. He's, like, in the air, like, about ready to dunk it. And he's like, this is beautiful. Like, the idea that he can run so fast that it looks like he's flying is beauty. Like, this is beautiful. God created sport because it's beautiful. And then he's like, and then he showed this graffiti thing and was like, this is beautiful. This painting is beautiful, right? And we're like, yeah, that's awesome. And he's like, we don't give credit to the paint. Like, we don't give credit to the spray paint. So he, like, picks up the spray paint bottle and goes, oh, you did such a good job. Good job, spray paint. We don't do that. And we're like, nah, that's really funny. But no, we don't do that. We give credit to the artist. And he goes, so why do we give credit to Michael Jordan? Like, yeah, he works hard, but God's the artist. Like, why aren't we giving God the glory he deserves? He created him with that talent. And we're like, oh my goodness, you're right. Like, it was, like, mind-blowing. Like, I was just like, dang. So, like, he, like, that moment, he just, like, got my full attention. And then, after that, he talked about, I think his name was John, talked about, there was, like, so many things he talked about. I don't even remember what order he went in. But then he talks about branding and, like, how people brand themselves. Like, FedEx brands themselves and how they have the little arrow. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but, like, every brand obviously does things for a purpose. Like, Amazon has a little, like, arrow going from the A to the Z because you can find everything on Amazon from A to Z. So he's like, so what do Christians brand themselves as? And then he puts this cross up, and he's like, the cross, like, that's our brand. Like, that's what we know. Like, people are like, oh, Christians, cross, like, they go together. And he's like, but why? That's the most, like, painful thing ever. Like, that was such a awful thing to watch Jesus die on the cross. Like, it hurt and it was painful. He's like, so why would we choose the most saddening looking thing ever? And then none of us knew the answer. And other than, like, we've always been told that. So then he's like, because it shows that you were broken, and it shows that you don't have to have shame. And we're just like, whoa. And then from that, he segued into, like, talking about how broken we are, like, the fallen, like, because of the original sin, like, there's brokenness everywhere, and even in our sport. Like, we don't want to admit it, obviously, because, like, we love our sport. Like, it's what we do. There's nothing wrong with it, but there is. Like, there's brokenness, and there's sin and everything. Then he talked about sin and, like, where that came from. And it comes from, like, archery, because, like, if you didn't hit it right, if you didn't hit the bow, like, right on the spot, they'd be like, sin, like, because it'd be off. It means off of perfection, which is what sin is, off of perfection. Like, you're not on perfection. And then he talks about, like, surgery, and there was just so much. Like, he talked about having surgery on a part of your body, and, like, that's not even the bad part because they numb you. The bad part's the rehab part. So it's, like, kind of like going through it with Christ, like, letting God take surgery of your heart and, like, take over and redo it and renew it. And then after that, like, the rehab part, the going to the real world and, like, using that and going against like temptations and things. Like that's hard. Like that's the hard part. Renewing, like being here and getting renewed and everything is the fun part. And then going out in the real world is hard. And that's like you have to let God do that. Like you don't, when you need to have surgery, you're like, I don't want to, but I'm going to do it anyway. And like that's how we are. Like, yeah, we may not want God to take over our lives and like take control, but we do. Like we know that we need it and we know that it's good and it's necessary for us. Like it's mind blowing. Like I don't even have words, and it's been like the first day. Like we've only been doing it for like 4 hours maybe. And just seeing other athletes everyone's so awesome. Like other athletes, guys and girls. Like seeing how people love God is amazing. Like it amazes me whenever we sing and I just like look around and guys and girls are just worshiping God. I love it so much. Like I'm just excited to let God use me through that this week and see where it takes me. And then we had small groups. Oh, I didn't even finish. So after that we did we talked about the principles that we're doing, and then we went into small groups. And in our small groups it was awesome. Like we shared a little bit about ourselves and got to know each other. And that was really cool. Like it just made it really intimate. And then after that we went and played games for an hour. We played Minute to Win It. It was such a blast, so tiring, so crazy, but it was really fun. It was so cool. And here right now it is 11:08. We got done like, what time did we get done? Like 10:30 maybe? Yeah, it was like 10:45, 11. So we've been going like all night. Like we've just been doing all sorts of activities all day. So I'm really tired. I mean, I'm sure we all are. But we have to be up tomorrow for breakfast at 7. So that'll be fun, and we have a full day's worth of activities. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get in our little groups again. Like our Bible study groups, like our little discussion groups are really cool. So I'm really excited for those. And just to talk to other athletes about how they deal with temptations and things. And just kind of learn how to like live your faith through your sport. Like God gave me, oh yeah, that's another thing he said. He's like, you're not going to be an athlete forever. So learn all the, like, obviously the skills that we're learning in our sport or whatever, like teamwork, blah, 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 we're going to use in real life. So he's like, learn how to have God in your sport so that when your sport disappears, like when you're done with it for life, you can have God in other aspects of your life. Like you'll be able to use God everywhere else. I am mind blown, and I'm so happy that I'm here and learning all this stuff because I feel like I needed it. I just like, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be good. A good learning experience and a good way to get my relationship back with God. So I'm really excited. Any words, MK, Sam? Anything to say about camp?
Yeah.
Any words to say about camp?
Take it off from me.
Okay.
Wait, I'll tell
She
you
doesn't
this.
have any words. Oh, she does.
I just told a girl that she looks just like Blake Lively, and she totally does.
Which one?
You should see her. We should get her on camera right now.
We can't surprise
You'll
her.
see.
You'll see her eventually.
But
I'll...
she told me only one other person has told her that, but she looks just like Blake Lively. I won't tell her about my girl crush on Blake Lively.
Oh my gosh. Well, also, I'll probably take pictures. I've been taking lots of pictures. It's kind of impossible to do it while like we're doing things because I'm like so into what I'm doing that I can't really take pictures. And I feel bad like asking the leaders to take pictures because I don't want to like disfocus them or whatever from like camp itself either because like obviously they grow from like when we grow. So I probably won't get a lot of pictures of camp itself like while we're doing things. I might get some offline because they take a million pictures with their cameras. But I definitely got pictures of like everything else we keep doing and all the adventures we take. So I'll probably take a picture of Miss Lively, Blake Lively girl.
Mm-hmm. Do it. It's crazy.
And we'll tag her and be like, Blake Lively lookalike. So, yeah, first day was awesome. Pumped for the rest of the week. Can't wait to see what physical activities they have for us to kill us. And all the God stuff, of course. So, of course. So, we'll have an update tomorrow night. Bye.